Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday, currently 12:55 in the afternoon. We've been online for about 10-15 minutes. Got out here a little bit late, but we just picked up our first set of stacked offers from Panera Bread. I think it's paying like $14.25 for like 6 miles or something like that. I don't know. There is a $1 peak pay going on. I just took the best order, the best one, the first one that came that made sense. Because before getting this one, I was getting a lot of like really bad stacks. A lot of really bad stacks. And you know what's really annoying? This number keeps calling me, and I feel like it's one of the customers, but the name doesn't match up. And then they keep texting me, and I text it back, and they didn't reply. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? So anyways, we're 8 minutes away from the first drop-off. Hopefully we can make 200 today. I mean, we didn't even make that yesterday. And yesterday we were out for a lot longer. So we'll see what happens. It is raining a little bit, but nothing too crazy. So, man, I feel like I haven't seen the sun in like a week. It's been raining here non-stop for this long. But anyways, let me get these orders dropped off, and then we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, it's looking like it's going to be one of those kind of days, okay? So this phone is blowing up this number is blowing up my phone, right? So I answer, they hang up. I answer, they hang up. Like, what is going on? Then they send me a text saying, hey, this is your customer, your DoorDash customer. And I'm like, okay, so it's one of the customers. Which one is it, right? And then they finally answer their phone, and they were like, hey, would you want to pick my order up? Because you're like the fourth driver. And I was like, that's weird. Why would I be the fourth driver? And I was like, yeah, I'm almost there. I'm 2 minutes away. She's like, oh, great. Let me know when you get here. It's this medical building, blah, 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 blah. No problem. I get there. I call her. She's like, oh, I've been waiting for such a long time. And I'm like, why is this lady like sort of nice when I read it? Because she was really like polite and thank you so much and thank you for picking up my order, and I thought it was going to get canceled and all these things. And in my mind, I'm just like, is this a no tipper? Is this a no tipper? And of course, once I go to complete the order, what do you know? $6 all base pay. I think some peak pay in there. No tip. The only reason why I even deliver this is because it's a stack. The other order, the actual paying customer, or tipping customer, I should say, is 2 minutes away, and their order is showing as $8.25. So, yeah, that lady was, I don't know why she kept blowing on my phone, but then not answering. So, I don't know. But we're not having a good start here. Our first order of the day went to a non-tipper. Yeah. Anyways, let me get this one dropped off, and then we'll see you guys soon. Yeah, guys, we got the second one dropped off, and I think I must be blind. I could have sworn when I got online it was a $1 peak pay. Yeah, I just got these two orders dropped off, and both of them say $2 peak pay on them. So I guess the joke's on me. But anyways, now the time is 1:10, and now there's a $1 peak pay, and I know that for a fact because I took a screenshot just to make sure that I'm not crazy. Until 2 p.m. But yeah, we're driving back here towards Tyson's 2. Hopefully we'll get something along the way. But yeah, delivering to a non-tipper is just not cool. You know what I mean? And I still don't understand why she kept blowing up my phone just to ask me if I picked up her order. Like, doesn't it notify you if I pick up your order? Which I was already on my way. So again, no clue why she felt the need to call me. So anyways, hi, what a day, what a day. Let me get another order here, and then once we have another order, we'll see you guys then. Okay, guys, we just picked up our next order here from Paisanos. Not a huge fan of Paisanos, to be honest, but when I saw the order, I saw, ooh, $8, which is really $7 because it's a $1 peak, right? And then I looked at the drop-off. The drop-off is so close to each other. At first, I thought it was one of those glitches when they put the same address, you know? But then I realized quickly that it wasn't. So when I got here, I was surprised I needed to take a photo of my catering bag. And when I looked at it, it's like, I think it's like 5 or 6 pizzas and some wings. So it's a decent amount of food. We're basically already here. The Paisanos is right here. Honestly, they could have walked here if they really wanted to. So hey, no complaints from me. Hopefully it's a banger. Hopefully. But we'll find out. We'll find out. Anyways, we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, we got the order dropped off, and my mind was blown. It had a $37 tip. So I think overall it was like 40 bucks, if I'm not mistaken, which is insane. Insane. $40. Let's go. And you know what makes it even funnier to me? Well, not only are they super close to Paisanos, but when I got to the building, I couldn't even go upstairs because you need like permission, I guess, to use the elevator. So he had to come down and meet me and carry all the pizza by himself. I offered to help, and he said, no, it's okay, I got it. I said, no problem. So anyways, That was just kind of funny to me. And now we just accepted our next order here from McDonald's, $7.50 for the payout. I think it's going like 2 miles maybe, I don't know. But hey, just like that, we're sitting at $54.57. Let's go. Yo, I'm hyped. I cannot believe that order from Paisanos paid that kind of money. And they were super close, so I wonder why they didn't use Paisanos themselves. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm thankful, you know. We'll take it. But I was not expecting $37 for a tip, to be honest. I was expecting maybe 20 bucks, something like that. But $37? Let's go. Man, I'm super excited right now. Whew, exactly what we needed. We had a late start. Didn't have the best first order with a non-tipper. Just like that, we're back in the game. Let's go. We shall see you guys at McDonald's. Guys, I want to show you this cool mural right in front of the McDonald's. So here we are at the Golden Arches, Mickey D's, for a $7.50 order, which is really $6.50, but there's a peak pay going on, you know. So anyways, hopefully the food's ready. Let's go. Okay guys, we're back in the Dashmobile. The food at McDonald's was ready. Now we have a 3-minute drive. We're basically almost there. So super close. And after this, we're gonna be like 60 something, which is awesome. Again, if we can make more than 200 today, that's gonna be great, because yesterday we didn't have such a hot start. It was just really, really slow overall. And maybe we'll get lucky with Macy's today, maybe we won't. But we cannot start relying on Macy's, because at some point, like yesterday, it's just not gonna be busy. You know what I mean? So I gotta make sure I come out earlier than what I did today, but it was just, you know, I woke up super late, so, you know, it is what it is. But tomorrow we're gonna have a much earlier start. We have to. Anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so we got the order from McDonald's dropped off. It stayed at $7.50. And then we basically took a little bit of a break before the Macy's drop. Ate some food real quick, went to Macy's. The drop came, but the drop was trash today. I should have taken a screenshot, I forgot. It was paying like $28 for like 35 or 40 miles going around Nova for 2 orders. It didn't make any sense, so we declined that. And now we're making our way to the other side of Tyson's here by the Cheesecake Factory, you know, the other restaurants on that side. But yeah, so you know, it is what it is. Definitely cannot rely on Macy's, because I'm sure sometimes they just don't have any orders, you know what I mean? So anyways, we shall see you guys on the next order. Okay guys, luckily the wait wasn't very long. We're here going to, I think yesterday I mentioned that I hadn't been to P.F. Chang's in a while, but guess where we're going? P.F. Chang's, showing $8.75. I think it's like 4 or 5 items, going 4 miles, nothing crazy. But hey, it's better than sitting in the car watching YouTube videos, you know? So hopefully the food's ready. I haven't had the best experience at this P.F. Chang's. They do a great job of ignoring you. Like, they see that you're not like a quote-unquote real customer, and then like, oh yeah, we'll help you out, and then not help you for a few minutes, you know? So anyways, maybe we'll get lucky with some wildfire later. Who knows? Hopefully the food's ready, and we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, we're back in the Dashmobile. We had to do a little bit of waiting, but I knew that already. I can't expect the food to be ready if I'm already there when I get the order, you know what I mean? I was on the other side of the lot, so I wasn't expecting to walk in and walk right out. I was kind of hoping to walk in, maybe wait a minute or two, and then walk right out. But it did not happen. There was another Dasher that went to pick up the food without her phone, which I thought was super weird. Because what if you get a stack, or, you know, I've never gone into a restaurant and forgotten my phone. You know what I mean? I've done like a shopping order and then forgotten my wallet, but that's different, you know? Anyways, the girl was like, well, let me see the order on your phone. The girl was like, oh, I left my phone in the car. She's like, well, I need to see it. But she never asked me. But then I guess maybe because I'm holding my phone, she knew that it was my order. You know what I mean? So the girl came back, and she's like, oh, this is the order. You know, did more waiting. My order was relatively kind of big. Now that I think about it, it has 4 or 5 entrees. So, you know, it is $89 worth of food. So, yeah, it's a decent size order. But now we're back on the road. It's all that matters. Currently $3.30, and we are baby stepping it here to $100, and then hopefully $150, and then hopefully $200 by 7:30. I know the time is kind of tight, so you guys are probably thinking like I'm nuts and there's no way I'm gonna do that. But I believe, you know what I mean? We could get a banger and our whole shift could change. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Anyways, I'm in a good mood. We're gonna make some money. Even if we don't hit 200, we can do 150. You know, as long as we're making money, which we are. You know what I mean? So anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, as you can see, we're here at Silver Diner. The last order went from $8.75 to $12.75, so a nice little come up right there. And here we are at Silver Diner. Picking up the next order showing 625, 1.9 miles. So yeah, it's pretty slow right now. I mean, it's like randomly 345 or whatever it is. So, you know, we're trying to stay as active as possible.
No.
Okay guys, we got the order here picked up from Silver Diner. Now, one thing I just realized is that the you know, the new feature that highlights the drinks blue or desserts blue, I don't think it catches meals. So for example, I had a kid's meal here from Silver Diner and it has a drink, but it didn't see it. You know, it was written on there, but it wasn't highlighted blue or whatever. So just want to make sure that you guys check that, because you know, they might miss things depending, I guess, maybe from merchant to merchant. Okay, it looks like it's going to the Westin Hotel here, which is perfect because they have like a little table. You drop it off, take a photo, move on, no problem. So anyways, let me get this dropped off here real quick and then we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, we got the order dropped off and it wasn't as easy as I thought it was gonna be. So remember how I said, oh, you know, that there's like a little table, you drop it off, that's it. The table is still there, except she put hand it to me. And I'm like, oh man. So I call her and there was a language barrier, and then I could hear Spanish in the background. So I'm like, okay, she speaks Spanish, perfect, no problem. So I tell her, hey, you know, we don't have access to the elevators. She's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. So she comes down, I give her the food, and then I'm paying like an extra 50 cents, I think. So right now we're sitting around, I think like $82, maybe something like that. So we're baby stepping it today to $100. Hopefully 150 and beyond. Hopefully. Yeah, by the time it's 4:25 right now, so we're just making our way here back to Tyson's 2. We're gonna chill by the Cheesecake Factory and whatnot. Hopefully we'll get, you know, some bangers. But anyways, quick question for you guys. Do you feel like, and maybe some people are not 30 yet, but for the ones that are 30 and beyond, do you feel like there was some type of pressure, or like by 30 you should have achieved certain things, have a house, have a family, you know, have a good job, things like that? And the reason why I'm asking is because one of my really good friends is turning 30 in 2 weeks, and he's like having like I wouldn't call it a midlife crisis because I don't think he's at the midlife point, you know what I mean? But he thinks like, oh man, I should have been here by now, and I'm, you know, turning 30 and this and that. So I don't know where he feels like all these society norms or rules are coming from. I've never felt that kind of pressure. You know, early on I felt a lot of pressure from my family, because they do the whole, oh well, you know, we came to this country for you to better your life and this and that, you know. And I understand that. Like if you're immigrated and you left your family behind, your friends behind, you know, like as a parent, I get that. But at the same time, you can't hold your child against it, because I didn't choose to be born here. You know what I mean? I didn't choose any of that stuff. You know what I mean? It's just the way. But I kind of hear, I feel where he's coming from. So I feel like he has all this pressure from his parents, like, oh, you know, you should have been married by now, you should have been having a house by now, all these things. But I'm like, dude, you have a good job, you have a nice place to live. Yeah, you might not own it, but realistically speaking, things are more expensive now than when our parents were buying houses and whatnot. So I was telling him, like, I was like, think about this. We were in the early 20s. I'm 29, he's turning 30, right? And in the earlier 20s, we had so many more friends or acquaintances, right? And now when most of us that are on the same age, in the same age group, a lot of people fell off. Or maybe we cut them off, whatever term you want to use, because they weren't trying to better themselves. And I'm not saying you're a bad person if you don't want to improve your life, but at some point, partying, you know, doing things, it gets old, you know. And I still got friends that are still in that, you know, in that group of like, oh man, let's go out this weekend, you know, get fucked up or whatever, you know. I get that. And I feel like once upon a time, I was all about that, you know. And I'm not there anymore. I'm not. So I can do that every now and then for a special occasion, but every weekend or every, you know, free second I got, they want to go out to brunch or whatever. I'm just not that guy anymore, you know. And I feel like some people reach that point, you know, at different times, and I think it's natural, right? Like we got a friend, right, who got married when he was 20 years old. He got divorced by the time he was 25, and now he's like 27. And the last 2 or 3 years, he's been partying because I feel like he didn't get to do all of that, you know what I mean, when all of us were doing it, you know what I mean? So I was telling him, I was like, dude, as long as you're okay with your life, like even respectfully, even as much grief as your parents give you, it's your life. It's your life. You know, he was telling me, like, look at you, like you got a YouTube channel and you're trying to better this. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, just because you don't have a YouTube channel doesn't mean you're not, doing better or doing or having a good life. You know what I mean? So I thought it was silly that he mentioned that. But for me, like early on, like I went to college, right? But I did it more just to have that as a fallback plan in case whatever didn't work out for me, right? And of course, heavily because of my parents, right? I feel like, okay, you came here, you got to go to school and this and that, and I feel like it's almost like required, like, and I feel like in their mind, in their mindset, it's like you can't have a good job unless you went to college, and I feel like that's just not true anymore. I feel like nowadays you can make money from your phone, you can do whatever, so is college necessary? I don't think it is. Is it something nice to have just in case? Something that can never be taken away from you? Absolutely. But I don't think you need to go to college to be successful. I don't think you need to do this or need to do that. I feel like the world is so different now, and it's just, I don't even know how I'm rambling on this, but yeah, we just had a lot of deep conversations last night. Because he was like low-key freaking out about his 30th birthday. I'm like, dude, you're turning 30. That's great. Think about this. A couple hundred years ago, if you were 30, you were like an elder. People lived to be like 25 and then they died. You know what I mean? Which is nuts to think about. Now you can live to be 100. Granted, I don't want to live to be 100, unless I have a good quality of life. Like for me, if I can't go to the bathroom on my own and I can't shower on my own and things like that, like at that point, I'm like, okay, that's a different type of living, and I don't know if I'm down with that. You know what I mean? So when that time comes, hopefully 60 years from now, who knows? We'll figure that out when we get there. But I'm like, dude, man, 30, that's like, it's like nothing. You have your whole life ahead of you to do. We were talking about this. Like, you could quit your job today and do something new tomorrow, and nobody would care, man. Like if you were to tell me, hey, man, I'm really unhappy with my job and I want to do something else, go for it. Go for it. You got plenty of time. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Basically, the question was, do you guys feel like society has this like rules, that they're kind of unspoken of, but they're there? I feel like they're there, but I choose to ignore them, if that makes any sort of sense. You know what I mean? So hopefully that made some kind of sense. I hope. Anyways, we just got here to Tyson's 2. We're just waiting for our order. The entire time I was blabbing and talking, nothing came through. Nothing. Anyways, we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, we finally have another order. Man, what a slow day, but it's all good. It's gonna happen. It is what it is. Anyways, we picked up here from, I want to say Albors. I've been there a few times. I think it's like I think Greek. I could be wrong. Mediterranean. I'm gonna go with that. Mediterranean restaurant. Relatively fancy though, kind of pricey. We're only 6 minutes away here from the drop off, and it's 5 o'clock. So right now, I gotta be real careful about where the orders take me, because it could take me a while to get back. You know what I mean? So luckily, like I said, we're only 6 minutes away. Baby stepping is still to $100. So yeah, $200 probably not gonna happen by 7:30. But hey, 150 still in play. Why not? So anyways, we'll see you guys. Okay, guys. So we got the order from Albors dropped off. I think it became $9.50. And then when we were driving back, we got this order here from Founding Farmers, $10, like 4 miles. And I was about to pass it. I'm like, you know what? Why not? We've had a lot of downtime today. $10, double digits, could also be more. You know what I mean? So the food was not ready. And then I forgot that it was 5 o'clock, basically. It's 5:30 right now. So, traffic. We are going to go into a little bit of traffic, but it's actually not bad going there. I think it's going to be kind of bad coming back. So I'm really hoping that when we drop this off, we get another order right away. So then we can at least ride the traffic with the order, if that makes any sense. So anyways, let me get this dropped off. And after this, we're going to be almost at $100, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go. Okay, guys. So we're having some app issues here, as in the app won't open. So that's fun. I got plenty of signal, so it's not my phone. But I took a photo with my normal camera app of the food, dropped it off, and now eventually, we will be able to complete this order. I don't know. I'm waiting for it to tell me that the app isn't working and to foreclose it. That's what I'm really waiting for, because then that's when it truly closes all the way. You know what I mean? And then when I open it back up, it usually works 9 times out of 10. Because right now it should work. I have full bars. Luckily, we're making our way back here to civilization. But again, I got full bars and the app isn't working. So is it the app? Is it my phone? Is it Verizon? Who knows? But I can't complete the order. So we'll see what happens once it eventually opens up again. So I don't know. But again, it was paying $10 initially. I think it'll go up a little bit. Maybe not a lot. But luckily we're only 7 minutes away from where I want to be. So we're not super far or anything. I'm just really waiting for this app to open or tell me that it's crashing so that I can actually use it. I don't know. Android sometimes, it's just not cool. Anyways, we shall see you guys real soon. Okay, guys, after closing the app a bajillion times and opening it back up again, it worked. It worked. Now here we are. The order ended up paying $13, so definitely more than what I was expecting. And if I'm not mistaken, which hopefully I'm not, we're over $100 for the entire day. It is 5:48, so it took us a while, not gonna lie. But you know what? Some days are just like that. So tomorrow we're gonna come out early, gotta get a little bit of a head start on our day. And that way, in case Macy's sucks again like it did today, it's not a problem. So anyways, we'll see you guys on the next order. Okay, guys, I'm getting multiple messages right now that DoorDash is down. And you know what's interesting? It's telling me right now, we apologize, this and that. But I'm still doing the orders. How is this going to work? I've never seen a message like this. So actually, you know what? I've never said never. I think I have, but not recent. We're working to resolve a DoorDash outage. You'll temporarily be unable to dash until it's resolved. But I'm in the middle of an order though. I'm still gonna try and deliver it. You know what I mean? It's only going 1.8 miles away or 7 minutes. So yeah, it was funny because John just messaged me, John McKillian. Follow his channel, great content. Saying, hey, the app is down. And I thought it was like earlier, you know, when my app went down earlier. And I was like, oh yeah, dude, but it's back up now, I'm good. And as soon as I say that, I get a message from my good friend Kyle in Texas saying, hey, the app is down. And then I get the message in the app saying the app is down. So the app is down, I guess, but we're still 1.7 miles away. Hopefully it'll let me at least complete the order. We shall see what happens. But yeah, so the app is down, guys. The app is down. Okay, guys, so luckily we were able to get here, and it was handed to me, right? But these buildings, there's no access to anything, right? So on her note, she put a separate phone number. I'm guessing it's the same number that I would see if I call or something. So I called it, but for my work phone, my spare phone, just to make sure that it would go through, because I had a feeling that if I called it using the little call icon, the app would crash. So I called, she said, hey, I'm here in the lobby. And then I was telling her, like, I was so glad she was here because of the glitch or whatever, the crash. And she's like, yeah, my app told me that the app is down too. And I was like, yeah, see, luckily, I mean, right now I was able to complete the order, but as you see, there is no total up top. There is no total up top. And it just told me that it's really busy in my area. Okay, never mind. The total just refreshed. So the total is there. The total is there now. So that's that. But it's telling me that it's really busy in my zone. It keeps telling me that. But so far, we haven't seen a single order come through. I'm hearing from other dashers, they can't even log in. So at this point, I would consider myself lucky that I'm technically logged in, but I'm not getting any orders. So I guess we'll see what happens. I keep getting that thing at the bottom where it says the application has encountered an error. I know it's an Android thing. I don't think iPhone users see any of those errors. Even if their app isn't working, they won't see like the error messages come up. On my phone, it'll just do it nonstop. Error, this and that, error, this and that. So we'll see what happens here. But the time it's 6:19 and the DoorDash app is down, I guess. I really don't know what's going on. So we'll see what happens. And I'm getting a phone call now. We'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, so the app definitely crashed at the worst time because it was right at the beginning of dinner here, which really sucks. So after I dropped off the order, my app went completely like crazy, and it was like error this, error that. I think I did some screen recording, and I went to the Play Store, and there was actually an update. I'm like, you know what, let me just update it, whatever. Because sometimes when the app crashes like this, it's easier to just uninstall, reinstall it, and it might work. You know what I mean? But yeah, no luck. And then I was just there refreshing for like 25 minutes, I think 20 minutes maybe. Nothing was coming until then a random trash Taco Bell order came through, and I'm like, yes, the app is back. The app is back. There is $1 peak pay going on, And I'm like, man, it's already 6:50 or 6:45-ish, whatever it was. I got this order. I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and jump on it. From North Italia, paying $12.50. I forget the mileage, which really is $11.50 because of the peak pay. So this is gonna be our last order of the day, because after this I won't have enough time to do anymore. So definitely our weakest day in a while. But hey, it is what it is. Tomorrow we have to dash early, just in case the app goes down yet again. You know what I mean? So anyways, we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, it's a little bit windy, so hopefully you can hear me okay. But we found a parking spot here by North Italia, which is all the way down there. But look at these parking spots. Look how tiny they are. Like the motorcycle barely, see that how the car's sticking out? The motorcycle barely fits in there. But anyways, we got a small walk here to North Italia. We got the fish tacos place here. Haven't been there in a while. That Poke DC is pretty good. But it looks like our last order is going to be a banger. Look at that. Catering bag photo was submitted. So yeah, here we are going to pick up the order. But yeah, the parking spots here, they're just so small. I don't know why they made them this small. Because literally, like, look at this SUV. And it's pretty close to the line over here, so they can barely fit. Again, I'm not sure what kind of logic they use to build the smallest parking spots ever. But yeah, Flower Child's on that side. We had, what is that called? Jeez. Los Italias right here. Look at that, beautiful. We have, man, Whole Foods. Whole Foods is over there. I forgot what restaurant's inside Whole Foods that I went to it a long time ago. So, you guys think the food's gonna be ready? Pickup time is in 5 minutes, so I think the food might be ready. I don't know. We'll see. Because I wonder how it works for their tablets when the app goes down. I'm guessing the tablets go down, so I'll be able to tell from outside. I think the food's probably ready. I see a bunch of bags. They put a bunch of bags over there, so we shall see. Okay, guys, we're back on the road. The food was ready. We were only 10 minutes away. Really bummed out that the app had to go down before dinner. You know what I think it is? And I think it's a theory that Kyle has. I guess DoorDash is resetting people's acceptance rating today in certain parts of the country, or maybe the whole country. I don't know. Because this program is not in my area, so I don't know the specifics of it. Although the gist of it is that you can reset your acceptance rating, right? So maybe that's what's causing this crash. I really don't know. Again, I'm just happy that we got one more order, and it could be a banger from North Italia here before calling it a day. But yeah, so if you guys experience the app issue, let me know where you're at, like what part of the country, because I think it'd be so cool to know like who had the app go down, you know, whose app stayed working, if anyone's, you know, or are you doing this whole reset thing? Are you gonna do it? Let me know. I think it'd be interesting. I don't think I would do it because I think it would just take a couple hours for my AR to go back down to what it is right now. So the one day, football Sunday, my AR was as high as it's been in a long time. And now 2 or 3 days later, it's back in the single digits because DoorDash is back to sending trash. You know, so it is what it is, I guess. But anyways, we have a solid 8-minute drive for this last order. I'm gonna keep my dash on, and if then I'm gonna drive to work. So I'm still gonna pass some restaurants. So if I get something along the way, cool. So we shall see what happens, and we shall see you guys in a bit. Guys, we got the last order dropped off, and it was a banger. Let's go. It was paying almost $27. So what a nice way to end what I would consider a pretty horrible shift. Well, not horrible, but you know, mediocre, I guess, terrible, whatever. But we still made $136.89. A little far away from the minimum goal of 200. But again, we started late. Macy's wasn't there for us. The app went down before dinner. So I think when you put all of that into account, we had a pretty solid day. We got lucky with the $40 from Paisanos. This $27 basically from North Italia. So yeah. Anyways, I'm really liking the new update here from the DUH app. So now I can see at the bottom what we're at for the entire month. I know it's on your screen, but I do that after I edit the video. But right now, in real time, I can pretty much tell you that unless something is wrong, which hopefully it's not, we're sitting at $749.46. Whew, man, that's a lot to say. Again, the goal is 5,500. Tomorrow we're gonna come out early. We have to. We don't have a choice. We have to come out early, and we gotta make up for the last 2 days that have been kind of sort of underwhelming, you know. So we'll see what happens. Again, guys, thank you so much for coming along in today's video. Remember to comment and let me know if you're part of this new I'm resetting my AR my acceptance rating on DoorDash to get those high priority orders or whatever it is. If you keep it above 50%, I think that's what it is. I don't know. But let me know if you're doing it. I can tell you that if it came to my zone, I wouldn't do it because I think, like I said earlier, my rating would go back down relatively fast because so much garbage is in my zone. Speaking of the garbage, look at that. So far for the entire month, we've declined 378, I think. 78, or yeah, 378 orders we've declined. So, you know, that's up there. And you know what? It'd be even higher if Sunday wasn't so good. You know what I mean? But anyways, leave a like for your boy. We shall see you in the next video. Stay safe. Peace.